Yeah, she's not really like fussing too much with the bit. This is like one of those comfort ones that's supposed to be really nice for gaited horses and specifically young horses. Good girl.
See how she's listening to you? That's good too.
Yeah, because I'm asking her things. I'm asking her to listen to me. Ooh. Ooh.
Very nice.
Good girl. Good girl.
Yeah, she doesn't seem too bothered.
Good.
She's actually filled out a lot too.
Yeah. Good girl.
Don't be surprised if this is on Facebook later.
Only get my good side.
Bean's first ride. Well, from when I owned her. I think she's going to be a great show horse if I ever wanted to do that.
Yeah. Especially when you move back to Tennessee, they have a lot more gaited shows there than here in New Jersey. Good girl.
Wow, she responded really well to that.
Yep.
And quick too.
No problem.
She's still getting used to the pace.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm trying to not get her to trot.
Yeah. Because it looks like she's trying to
This
go
is a
faster
trot.
than you need her to.
No, I'm pushing her forward to get speed, but not there. Nope.
Bean's first ride with me. Good girl.
Girl, think about that. That was good. That was good.
Oh, look, and she's still curious and she's not bothered by it.
Good. Think about what you just did.
Well, she's definitely listening to everything you say.
Yeah?
She's waiting for her next cue.
Right. This is what I do. Like when I get her to do something I want, I make her stop and think about it. That's like her reward is you did what I want, relax for a minute.
That book I read from that Native American author who trains horses, he said that they can take their cue before they actually do the move. So they're sitting there waiting for you to tell them first, and it's just simple as a movement on your part.
Yep. Good girl. Good girl.
Well, you did a fantastic job before you got her sold to me.
She knows go and stop and left and right, and that's about it right now.
I know it's easier outside the pen, but this is easier for me to film. I'm actually going to do some cone training with her too. I've got cones at the house, so I'll see how that works out. Why is she kind of gnawing on the bit?
Because
You're trying to gait her?
I'm trying to get her to gait, and she's fighting me a little bit right now, which is fine. It's normal. They just kind of, and I'm putting pressure on her. I'm telling her to lift herself up.
Yeah.
Because what she wants to do right now is she wants to kind of get on her forehand, and that's when I get either the trot or the pace, and that's not what I'm asking. So we
Yeah.
can't get her certified if we do that.
Well, we'll work with her as much as you need to, and then we'll do the certification. So, you know, just let me know when you want to do it and how long.
Yeah, we'll see. I might be able to do it. We'll just see how much she picks up on today. Because I know she's gaited for me before I sold her to you, and that was last summer. Good girl.
She's starting to. Yeah, she's starting to. She can't figure out when you pull back whether or not you want her to stop.
No, I'm driving her forward. She just doesn't understand the contact yet. Oh, come on, Bee.
And this is exactly why I wanted you to do this, because I don't know how to gait a horse. I never had a gaited horse.
Good girl. That was really nice. That was really good. Yes. I know. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
I'm not sure if she's showing frustration or it was a fly.
I think it's a fly. She doesn't feel frustrated to me.
Yeah, and she actually acts like she's totally paying attention to anything you want her to do. I think that crop is part of her problem.
No, it's just the crop is just it's just the extension of my leg. So when she doesn't listen, good girl. So I only use the crop when she doesn't listen to my leg cue. Good girl. Yeah, you can't go into her.
Oh, she stopped on a dime.
Yeah, she's got good brakes.
You know, I really was wondering if I should barrel race her, because I really like barrel racing.
Yeah,
And I think she could take those turns quick.
she could. No, you can't go visit.
She's like, but I want to see O-O-K-I-E-S. She actually had a little peppermint today. I found a stick at the house.
Look at this.
Look at her.
Ooh. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you.
Good, so I can review this later at the house.
Did you hear the difference though? Could you it sounded like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3.
Like a really quick step.
Yeah, and it should be even, like if you're musically inclined, like when you're listening to, like if you play music, there's 4/4. It's a 4/4.
Yeah, it's a
beat.
4-beat, yeah.
Yeah. Good girl. And that's what you want to listen for. And they can still do, I could still make her do a 4/4 beat incorrectly if I wanted to, but you want the same amount of time between the footfalls as close as possible. Hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. And it looks exactly what I've been seeing on videos. And it's real smooth on the top line. Yeah, I think if you worked with her 1 or 2 more times doing that, then she should have it down. At least better than she does now.
Yeah. Good girl. Oh, I know. Are you getting tired?
Yeah, this is the most work she's had in a little while.
Good girl. I don't know what you do with your head, but you've got to listen. Come on, Bee. Good girl. Ooh. Good girl.
Well, I like how she stops on a dime.
Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, here, scratches. Yeah?
Yeah, she likes scratches. I've been scratching her today and she's loving it.
Good girl. Good girl. She has no inclination to keep going further right now. She's like, I'll stop, I stay. Which is really good. Like when you ask a horse to stop,
Yep.
it should stay.
And that's why I've been trying to work with her patience to stay still a long time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you might be out and you might be in a group. And if a horse keeps moving and moving,
Yeah.
you're always circling everybody else, you know?
Yeah. Good girl. Oh, no, you don't need to trot.
So how do you think she's come along since the last time you rode her?
A lot nicer. Did not say stop.
That lunging might be helping some too.
Yeah.
I need to get back in the ring and work with her some more because, you know, I've been trying to work with her stopping when I tell her to do that.
I know, very good girl.
You have to hand it to a gaited horse. There's a fine line between the stop and the go. Oh, I said that. Sorry.
No, I told her to.
Okay, good.
I told her to.
Because I don't want her to necessarily think I'm directing her.
No, I know. Good girl.
But she's got her ears pointed towards you, so I know she's listening to you.
Girl. Yeah, she's definitely she's trying really hard to do what I want.
Yeah.
But she's confused. That's why I'm trying to stop and. Oops, sorry.
But that's a good thing, though, that she's listening to her rider,
Yeah.
no matter who the rider is. She looks really good when she bows her neck like
I
that.
know. That's eventually and this bit actually helps with that a little bit. Good girl. Good girl. Nope. So we're
Well-
pacing right, and we're doing a stepping pace right now.
Does that stepping pace slow roll into a gait?
So yes, a stepping. It's funny. So a stepping pace is when her feet. So this leg and this leg are moving together at the same time, but
Okay.
they're not hitting at the same time.
Yeah.
So the back is hitting before the front. Then there's a hard pace when the front leg and the back leg are hitting the ground at the same time. That's very uncomfortable and makes you feel like you're going like this really crazy. And then the saddle rack, which is the 4-beat gait that I've been getting relatively around here when you hear it go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's when it goes back, left, front right, back right, front left. When you get that right.
Try not to say too much to interrupt the camera. Because it's important, everything you're saying, so that I can remember this later. Because if I practice gaiting her on my own, I want to be able to do it.
Yeah. Good girl.
I hope she never loses this disposition.
Yeah.
Because that leads to a perfect horse right there.
Come on. I don't want to put it back in my way.
The fact that she's so intelligent and that doing things like this keeps her mind busy
Yeah.
is a good thing.
Why are you bummed?
She's fighting you because I think she's tired.
Yeah. Good girl. No, you got so much on your forehead, girlfriend.
Well, I think y'all made a smart move getting her. It was a happy coincidence.
Yeah.
I wish I could see her father gate. I don't even know what he looks like. I've never seen him.
Good girl. Come on. Stop it. Yeah, good girl. No trying.
Well, she ought to have the energy in her to keep up. She's a young one.
Yeah, well, I just don't want to frazzle her mind today, but
Yeah.
Good girl. Come on.
Well, it's a good thing she's a willing participant.
Yeah. Come on, you got this.
She stopped at the cones like it was a stoplight.
I know. Yeah.
That was a good girl.
You cannot exit the line. There we go.
She's like, Mom, please help me out of this.
I'm so confused. Help me. Why is this crazy lady on me?
Well, you can't be spoiled and not work. So there you go.
Come on. I know you're getting tired. There we go.
Yeah, I need to work on her stamina. Typically, how long can you gait a horse at one time?
When you build her muscles up more, you could, as long as you want. There's people who do endurance all the time on these guys. Endurance riding is a lot of fun.
Yeah, but I don't know if I could keep up with that pace.
Probably not.
Mentally, it's exhausting.
It is, yeah. Come on, Beanie.
I foresee her and I as being a let's walk this out sort of thing.
Cool.
Good girl.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Well, she definitely has the muscle now to work on it, so we
Yeah.
need definition. Stamina, cardio. Well, she knows that's time up when you do that, because I do it to her all the time.
No, I'm working on something else.
Oh, you backing her?
No, I'm working on her. Come on. You got it. You can figure it out. Good girl.
What was she doing?
I'm working on her right now, putting her head down when I give the command. Like, so the reason, move into the shade so I'm not posting. The reason for this is how it's like the beginning steps of teaching her to collect and not like get used to the pressure of the bit.
Yeah.
So right now when I put pressure on her mouth, she just kind of like tries to get away from it. She doesn't, she doesn't understand the pressure. She just understands that I'm there and I'm pulling
And she's trying to avoid the pressure.
yeah. So right now I'm teaching her that like when I'm sitting here massaging her bit,
Mm-hmm.
all I'm doing is little tugs,
Mm-hmm.
and then I nag her enough until she puts her head down, and then I reward her.
Okay.
Because that's what I want to teach her, is that contact means for her to, go up into the contact.
Well, and the good thing is that she's not taking that as a backup skill,
No, I don't
because
want
you're not pulling it hard enough for her to actually back up.
I'm literally just nagging her. I'm
Yeah.
just kind of what I call massaging the bit.
Yeah.
It's not a good girl. So the second she gives me any type of release, I reward her right now. It's just like, oh, this is what you want. And eventually she goes, oh, the second I put contact on her, she's going to go, oh, you want me to put my head down?
Yeah.
Or not so much down, but to give, give to the pressure. Come on.
And in what way would you want her head down?
It teaches to get her to use her back muscles. Good girl. For the gait.
Oh,
So
okay.
it gives a better gait.
Oh, so when she responds to the bit, then she'll respond in the gait.
That sort of. So I'm teaching her, because right now when I move her forward, she hollows her back out and she throws her head up.
Yeah.
It's totally normal for a baby horse to want to do that, because they just don't understand the pressure and the weight, and they're like, okay, I don't get it. So now I'm teaching her to drop her nose, because when it's like, if you put your head down like this,
Yeah.
where do you feel your muscles? All down your back.
Yeah.
Right? And so it lifts her back up to me, and when you get that, you have to get the back up to you and the weight on her hind end, and that gait will be there for you every single time.
See, I might need more lessons with me on her doing that, so you can teach me how to gait her, because I've never gaited a horse.
Yeah. And it's similar to any horse. You want their back to come up to you, and you want the power to come from the hind end. That's how you build correct muscle in a horse, and it ultimately down the road, when you build the correct muscles, it keeps them fit longer, well into old age.
Yeah, and they can support their spine easier.
Mm-hmm. So,
That's why those poor old nags have those swaybacks.
true, and it also, if they have babies, it causes sway back.
Yeah, and this is a good way after they have a foal to build their back muscle back
Yeah.
up.
Right, good girl.
So just by her dropping her head tenses her back to strengthen the muscles.
It doesn't tense, it lifts.
Oh, okay.
Because you should feel, it's a very slight feel, but you should almost feel like you rose up a little bit.
Yeah,
inside.
like her spine straightened out.
Yeah, because you want her spine to essentially come up to you.
Yeah. Well, how is her top line? Is it good?
It just has no muscle right now.
Okay.
She
I
looks
noticed
good.
that she looked a little lean on her spine, but I wasn't sure how to fix that problem.
Riding and correct riding, and you can do it while lunging too. There's
You might have to teach me that, because I know I'm working with her on lunging skills, and I need to add some routines to her so she doesn't get bored. So if I could strengthen her back muscles in a lunge, then that'll help both of us.
yeah. Pooping again. So I'm just trying to get her to drop her head down more as we walk. Come on, you can do it. Come on.
I wonder if they have a book, Lunging for Gaited Horses.
Honestly, I don't think so, because it doesn't matter if they're gated or not. She's not going to really gait under a lunge unless she feels like it. They'll usually either pace or trot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in her case she trots, right? When you lunge
Yeah.
her. Come on.
And when she gets spirited, she wants to run.
Come on. We're just working on the brain. We're not doing anything athletic.
Yeah, I like her to have some free will, only because it gives her the choice to work with you and not against you.
Girl, that was what I wanted. That was what I wanted. That was a good one. That was a good one. Good girl. She's like, I don't know what I just did.
See, and the first thing I noticed when I bought her is how nice her pasterns look, and that gives her great balance.
Good girl. Oh, you can stop for now. I already had you. I just started this technique too with Ivy, because I got her to gait. Now I have to get her to gait using the correct muscles.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt to start something like this. Come on.
But the last time she was ridden was over a year ago, wasn't it?
Yep. Yep. I know she was ridden last summer at least. I don't think she was ridden at all during the winter. Good girl. I don't know if you can notice she's starting to give a little more and more.
Yeah, and she's understanding more too.
Yeah. Because this is a pretty easy thing to teach. Like, oh, massage the bit, put my head down. You know, like, it's an easy reward as long as you're quick about it.
Then they don't forget so easily.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, she's a smart horse.
She's a smart horse. Stop. Right there. Good girl. Why do you put yourself? There. Good. Oh, I think I pat her and she stops. Come on. Good girl. Let's try it in this direction now. Come on. Come on. Don't give up on me. Good.
Well, this is a beautiful day to do this.
Oh, I know.
Look at that pretty head. She looks so good in English.
You know they make English type trail saddles. Like you can get this kind of look, but they come with horns.
Oh, okay.
They're not, it's not per se English, but there's English-like ones. Like I know the Australian saddle works really well, and they make gaited saddles also that are like this. My saddle that I have also you can buy with a horn. That English, the Western one.
Well, that's why I didn't invest a lot of money yet in a saddle.
Come on, come on. Come on.
And got her sidestepping now.
I know. She wants to come into the middle like super bad.
Yeah, she's like, Mom, help me.
And
This woman is torturing me.
yeah, exactly.
She says, I like you. You give me treats.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. I want to grab that crop again. Good girl.
Yep, that's what I like to see.
Yeah.
No step assistance. Because you don't always have a step stool.
Good girl. And most importantly, standing still.
Yep. I think she's getting into her groove. She's kind of got that laid back look to her.
She's also like tired now. We
Well,
didn't do much, but
that's
she's probably
good.
mentally tired too.
That's good. She needs to be mentally exercised. Keeps her out of trouble. Now she's acting up.
Yep, that's okay. Come on. Good girl. I know, you see your friends now.
Look at her showing off for her friends.
Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. whole half a circle of gating right there.
And I didn't even see it.
No, you're not messing it up.
Nice gating.
I know.
I didn't even see it. That's why I've got video.
Good
I can watch it later.
Good girl. Good girl. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Come on. Come on.
You know, it's funny. I was just in the groove videotaping. I didn't even get to see her do her gait.
You dare stop. Oops. Come on. Good girl. Come on. I know, like the gate means go home.
You'll get whiplash with her stops.
Yeah. Well, I lost my stirrup on my right side and she went, Come on.
That's good. If you ever fall off, maybe she won't run off and she can help you.
I know. Come on, Beanie.
You know, she might be a good therapy horse like her mother.
Yeah.
Well, I am a happy camper getting this little girl. I couldn't have asked for a better horse.
Good girl. Come on, get off the forehand. Yeah, good girl.
Looks like a gait going on now, the way you're
was.
moving.
She
I
did.
can tell from you, not from her.
Good girl. Yeah, the sound gives it away, right?
Well, I'm actually visually seeing how you really don't move much.
Nope.
So I know she's in her gait. I just have to get used to the movement of her legs and the sound of her feet.
Good girl. Good girl. Mind if I take her out in the grass?
No, it's fine. See how she does on the terrain. I think her...
Easier to get them gating, not on a circle. So the
Yeah.
fact that I'm getting her on the circle right now is pretty good.
Yeah. And if you're going to go outside the circle like you do with Ivy, then she
Yeah.
might do better. Do I need to close that gate so you don't...
I'm just gonna go up the hill, the little hill right here with her.
Okay. Well, watch your footing. Sometimes she stumbles.
That's fine.
You go, Bean. You go. Oh, wow. Look at you move. It looks like she does better on natural terrain.
It's a straight line. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. It's easier for them to gate, Stacy, on a straight line than it is a circle.
Yeah, I've seen those videos where people will do it straight lines. But I will tell you, doing the ring does help work different muscles, though.
It does. Good girl.
If you fall off that horse, I'm going to feel really bad.
No, don't feel bad. Come on.
you're not going in that stall.
Come on. Oh, back up. You are not allowed. There we go. Good girl. Good girl.
Is that a little tight on her?
No, I'm tightening it because it's a little loose.
Well, I'm impressed you can do that on the back. She must have a short neck.
She does have a very short neck.
Because I could never reach my head's horses that far up. Except for between their ears.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not sure if she's trying to help you or not.
Oh, man. Now I gotta get off. I tried, girlfriend. You wouldn't let me.
Yeah, she's Houdini. She knew what you were doing. She's taking the chance to get out.
There. There.
So I've been analyzing the work you've been putting in and her stamina on how she can handle it and mentally being able to hang with it. I'd like to work with you 5 lessons on her.
Yeah.
And that should even out, and by the 5th one she should be able to gait for us.
Yeah, she should.
So what do you think? Do you have time to do that with me?
Yeah, whenever you want.
Okay. Well, not me personally. I was talking about you working the muscles she needs and all that. Yeah, because you can do the corrections that I don't know how to do yet.
Yeah.
Until she learns the right way, then she'll do it, and it'll be easier for me.
Good girl. I know, I'm sorry I had to tighten it, but you were evading it, and now you can't. Good girl. There we go. Is it uncomfortable? What do you do? You walk by me. She's like, save me, save me.
Yeah, right. I helped you get it back.
Sponge now?
I'm gonna try it. I've never done this with it before. You want some of this?
Sponge over here.
Come on. What?
Come on. I know. I tightened it, so now you're all kinds of kerfuffle back. I know. I know. Watch your nose. Good nose. Good girl.
You want me to close that gate?
It's alright. It's kind of testing her having to go closer to the door.
Yeah, that way she doesn't have that urge to go in the stall.
Good girl.
You know, she looks like she has a little thoroughbred in her.
That's it. You're good for now.
Oh, good job finishing on top.
Good girl.
Yeah, I like a good finish.
That was a really nice gait back home. Good
Yeah,
girl.
it's always good to end a lesson on a high note.
You're not allowed to eat. Not while the bit's in your mouth. Good girl. Oh, that's why. You somehow managed to put your tongue under it. That's why you're upset at me.
Oh, well, that'll cause her breathing problems too.